Ballyhoo and welcome. The Passion Project continues. My name is Remedy Robinson, and this is an appreciation. This is an exploration of linguistics, language, and how to get your point across without blinking, as framed by the peerless poetry of the modern-day master, Elvis Costello. Today's slow drag is with All the Rage from Brutal Youth, released in 1994. The songwriting is credited to Elvis Costello's birth name. If it were possible to release a dose of venom into the air and then surround it with the alluring scent of honeysuckle that you just couldn't help but breathe in, then it would strike the same ambivalent emotions that you'll find in All the Rage. Deadly yet melodic, hopeless yet civilized, unrelenting yet forgivable. Forgivable because we all blurt out our feelings, good and bad from time to time, but never with such a plum. The sheer mastery of it all. All the Rage is a confrontational piece that is tinged with the angst of finally putting into words what should have been said a long time ago. The result is a barrage of cleverly intertwined insults that blur the line between what's fashionable, what's popular at the moment, and what really infuriates us. As the man says, still, it's all the rage. The twitching impulse is to speak your mind. I'll lend you my microscope and maybe you will find it. Is it in that ugly place that's just behind your face? Where you keep my picture still, despite the fact that you had me replaced. Mind, find, behind. This piece starts with familiar, sturdy end rhymes, all the while lacing the front half of the lines with enticing low-frequency words, such as twitching and microscope. The notion of such small items and smallness repeats throughout the piece. That ugly place, Mr. Costello certainly used that tinged word sparingly. It certainly packs a punch, doesn't it? That ugly place that's just behind your face, an ugly mind, ugly thoughts. Not even in what is arguably his most unveiled temper tantrum, the immutably earnest How to Be Dumb, with its line, funny though, people don't usually get so ugly till they think they know what they want, goes for the proverbial jugular like All the Rage does. And it does so as it speaks barely above a whisper. There is something odd about the entire dumping process that demands each party wipe each other from their memories. Wouldn't you say? I cannot think of a more impossible task. Say goodbye. Baby, can't you act your age? You know why. I'm gonna give it to you straight, although I'll never be as unhappy as you want me to be. Still, it's all the rage. It isn't very often that I make a reference to anyone else's words, phrases, or songs when speaking of Mr. Costello and his fine canon of genius work. I'll make a rare exception this time, however, due to this piece's title, All the Rage. It puts me in mind of the sizzling 1984 General Public debut album of the same name. The song Tenderness, in particular, seems to run down the same vitriolic avenue with such lyrics as, I don't know where I am, but I know I don't like it. I open my mouth and out pops something spiteful. Words are so cheap, but they can turn out expensive. Now, Mr. Costello's version, of course, keeps ratcheting up the tension. I'll probably play along, left to my own devices. Spare me the drone of your advice. The sins of garter and gin confession may delay. You know the measuring pole, the merry boots of clay. I've heard it all before. You'll say it anyway. This first line, I'll probably play along, left to my own devices, has always captured my imagination and befuddled me a bit. It seems to be conveying the exact opposite of what we might do given half a chance. Left to your own devices means you're able to do what you want without being controlled by any outside influences. So why then play along? Nevertheless, the torrent of rage continues with barbs such as "spare me" and "you'll say it anyway." The images sandwiched between these lines, including such words as sin, confession, and clay, keep the verse held down in the dirt. This is more certain than a staring contest. There's little risk of blinking in this piece. Alone with your tweezers and your handkerchief, you murdered time and truth, love, laughter, and belief. So don't try to touch my heart, it's darker than you think. And don't try to read my mind because it's full of disappearing ink. And there it is, of course, the brilliant line that went on to become even more impactful when it was used as part of the title of Mr. Costello's 2015 memoir, Unfaithful Music and Disappearing Ink. I love this line so much, particularly because Mr. Costello has chosen to use the word full rather than written in. The possibilities seem far more extensive this way. The first line of this verse seems to be able to go either way, I think. Perhaps it is detailing a femme fatale's tools of the trade, or, hear me out, it could very well serve as an underhanded swipe at underendowed masturbation. Could this mean the piece is from a woman's point of view? This isn't unheard of in Elvis Costello land, of course. Or could this mean, instead of a monologue diatribe, this piece is actually a pithy dialogue? This is also not unheard of in Elvis Costello land. I have no answers, of course, just giddy speculation. No matter what, these lines live on, always remaining oblique enough to keep them sounding fresh. Who could ever be angry with such a clever piece of writing? Although I'll never be as unhappy as you want me to be, still, it's all the rage. Dig it. Again, this has been a slow drag with All the Rage from 1994's Brutal Youth. This is a somber, biting piece that sounds as if they are words that have been waiting a long time to be said. A torrent of spiteful emotion infuses each cutting remark. Even the chorus, repeated verbatim 3 times, isn't playing around. It stays constant and unflinching as the verses around it. Conspicuously absent is the patented, mitigated wordplay Mr. Costello indulges in. Each chorus in this piece remains stoic and unwavering. What remains is little ambiguity, as in say goodbye, as in although I'll never be unhappy as you want me to be. Wow, it's no wonder that All the Rage remains a brilliant piece of entertaining malice. And that's it for today's slow drag, my friend. Thank you for listening. Other gems from Brutal Youth you'll enjoy a slow drag with are Episode 8, The Word She Wanted. That's a slow drag with 20% amnesia. And Episode 26, Before You Start to Cry. That's a slow drag with the beautiful You Tripped at Every Step. And Episode 45, The Gallery of Attempted People. That's a slow drag with the prophetic science fiction twin. And Episode 93, The Humble and the Mighty. That's a slow drag with Clown Strike. You can find me on social media and all the usual places. Just search for my name, Remedy Robinson, or the name of my podcast, Slow Drag with Remedy. Also visit slowdragwithremedy.com for companion blogs, transcripts, and other useful information. As always, thank you for helping to get the word out about this little passion project. Truly, it means the world. We'll be back soon with another Slow Drag with Remedy. So, until next time, adieu, my little ballyhoo. Slow Drag with Remedy.